National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 14 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, right back to ETN. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down at 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on fourth down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Taken in at the 11. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. He's got a first down past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's go, baby.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, Etienne once more. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Jackson now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll start on the ground, ETN.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Lawrence. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
And this one is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where
gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Ravens have got 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. To return, here's Agnew.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Here's Jackson to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return, here's Agnew. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They go play action now. Lawrence works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Back now in Baltimore. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go jet sweep here with Chark.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
He can't get him down. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there on the run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
A handoff for Etienne.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Off the option, here's Etienne.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
73 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Etienne.
Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And able to find Kirk complete.
And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taking a toll.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Lawrence. Flush to his right. Broken tackle. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their